Hello, my math friends. Welcome back. We're still at my house. That's okay. All right, so let's get started with lesson 8 today. We are going to be talking about, oh, I didn't have the right thing up. Sorry, guys. We're going to talk about comparing quantities and numerals from left to right. Now, guys, we talked about comparing numbers yesterday where we were looking at our tens place and then our ones place. But today we're going to look at it from left to right, and we're going to start using some new words. We've seen these words, we've heard these words, but we're going to actually use them today, like greater than, less than, and equal to. Okay, so let's look at what we need to do to warm our brains up first. And here's what you're going to do. In your, can't talk today. In your Google Classroom, you are going to go find your sprint, and it's a core fluency practice. Now, last time we did one of these, and I gave you 5 minutes. Now, I know my screen says 3 minutes, but I want you to take 5 minutes, okay? Because we're on the computer and we're doing this. And if we were in a classroom doing this, we would only have 3 minutes. So pause here, go work on your core fluency practice. I'm pretty sure it says fluency, lesson 8 fluency, and set a timer for 5 minutes. See how many you can get right, okay, or how many you can get correct. Remember, it's how many you can get correct, not how many you can get done. I want you to take your time. Watch your signs. Watch where your equal sign goes, okay? So be careful. All right, then you can come back, hit play, and we'll keep on going. All right, so let's look at our application problem today. If you don't have your whiteboard and your marker, I need you to get one, or I want you to get your piece of paper and pencil, okay? Remember, I don't have my hat here at home. That's okay. So let's do what good number detectives do. Even if we don't have a hat, we can pretend we got a hat. And we read through the problem first, okay? So let's look at it. Anton picked 25 strawberries. He picked some more strawberries. Then he had 35 strawberries. We're going to use a place value chart to show how many more strawberries Anton picked. And we're going to write a statement comparing the two amounts of strawberries using one of these phrases: greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay, so let's go back and look. First, what is it telling us we need to do? Well, it's telling me I need to use a place value chart to show how many more strawberries Anton picked. So let me share a different screen with you, my board here, and let's make our place value chart. Okay, we're going to make two because we had two different numbers. So remember, you're going to make the T, tens on one side, ones on the other. Sure. We're going to make another one. Tens on one side, ones on the other. Okay. Now, let's talk about what it said. Anton picked how many strawberries? 25. So if I have the number 25, how many tens and how many ones? I have 2 tens and 5 ones. Now I'm also going to draw it out just so I can see what 25 looks like. I have 2 quick tens and 5 ones. 2 tens, 5 ones. Okay. Then my story goes on to say he picked some more strawberries. Then he had 35. So let's make 35. And let's draw that one out. Ready? How many tens? 1, 2, 3. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, how many more strawberries did he pick? Remember, we can look at this and say, well, my ones place are the same. They didn't change. They both still have 5. So we look at our tens place. We have a 2 in this tens place, but we have a 3 in this tens place. Oh, that means that changed. The tens place changed. So let's look at our tens that we drew out. How many did we have here? 2. How many did we have here? 3. So how many more did we pick? We had one more 10. And the value of one more 10 is 10. So we could say that it went plus 10. So 25 plus 10 more equals 35. Now, are we done? No, because remember, it wants us to do a part B. Our part B said that it wants us to write a statement comparing the two amounts of strawberries using the phrase, one of the phrases, greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay, so let's look. How can we write a statement comparing these two numbers? Now I'm going to erase our drawing down here. Can I say that 25 is it going to be greater than, less than, or equal to 35? Remember, we're looking at our tens place first. Which one had more? Is it the 2 or the 3? The 3. So 25, I'm going to have to make some room. 25 is greater than, greater than 35. Now are we done? Did we solve our problem? Well, let's go back and check. Did we use a place value chart to show how many more strawberries Anton picked? Yes, we did. Did we write a statement comparing the two amounts of strawberries using the phrase greater than, less than, or equal to? Yep, 25 is greater than 35. Did we answer the question, how many more strawberries did he pick? Yeah, we know that he picked 10 more strawberries. Okay, so math detectives or number detectives, whatever you want to call yourselves, we have solved the problem using our tens chart and some new vocabulary. So go ahead and erase your board and let's go ahead and get ready for our video. All right, friends, let's get our video ready to go. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure my volume's up all the way. Nope.
Okay. Welcome to class, my marvelous mathematicians. It's Miss Kaylin here, ready to guide you through another lesson. Today, we'll be comparing amounts and numbers from left to right. For today's lesson, you will need either 3 pieces of small paper or 3 sticky notes.
I cut up an index card.
4 or you can use of those sticks of 10 cubes.
I don't have those
you've
today.
Been using.
I'm going to use quick 10s and 1s for me.
Pause the video now to collect your materials. And when you are ready to go, press play and we'll get started.
And if you don't have any of those materials, it's okay. Just follow along, but you need to be drawing it out on your whiteboard.
We are going to start today with a fun fluency to get our blood flowing.
All right.
I'm going to say 3 numbers. While I say these 3 numbers, you're going to do some fun arm circles. When I say beep, you're going to stop and say the next number that comes in the pattern.
Okay, here we go.
Let's practice.
Ready?
Get your arms up.
Roll them.
Start doing your arm circles. 1, 2, 3, beep.
What comes next?
What number comes next in this pattern?
4.
4. I think you have the hang of it. Let's get started. Ready? 10, 11, 12, beep.
What comes next? 13.
13. Let's do one more. Ready? 40, 30,
Ooh, going backwards.
20, beep.
10.
Huh?
10.
10. Whoa, that really got my blood flowing. Let's take a closer look at some of those number sets and see what's different about them.
Okay.
Whew. Take a look at two of the sets of numbers we worked on. What do you notice about them?
What do you notice?
In one set, we count by ones. In the other set, we're counting by tens. I see that one goes up and one goes down. Let me be more precise. Ms. Kaylin, what does goes up mean? Let's use our math language to explain what happens when the numbers get bigger. Who remembers those words that Ms. Curry and Ms. Duckett taught us when we were comparing numbers? It was greater than, less than, equal to. You got it. The words are greater than, less than, and equal to. Let's use some of those to compare the numbers on our screen. Can we say that this number is less than or greater than this number? Point to the button that is true. Is it greater than or less than?
It's going to be less than because 10 comes before 11.
If you pointed to less than, you were correct. 10 is less than 11. What about the next numbers? Choose which comparison words are correct. Is 11 less than or greater than 12?
Again, 11 is less than 12 because
Yes,
11 comes
11
before.
is less than 12. Let's say the whole sequence and use comparison words as we compare each number in the set.
Here we go.
10 is less than 11.
11 is less than 12. And 12 is less than 13.
Less than 13. You know what I just noticed? When we use comparison words, we read from left to right, just like we read a sentence. Let me show you what I mean. Read this sentence.
The cat is
The cat
big.
is big. We read our sentences from left to right. And we do the same when we compare. Let's look at our next set of numbers. We start on the left. These numbers are in a different order. Which words will we use to compare them? Remember, we start on the left with 40. 40 is
Greater
40
than.
less than or greater than 30?
40 is
There it
greater
is.
than 30.
40 is greater than 30. 40 is greater than 30. 30 is
greater than 20.
greater than 20.
And
Say the last one.
20 is greater than 10.
20 is greater than 10. Today, we are reading our comparisons from left to right, just like we did. We are going to use our comparison cards to help us. Comparison cards. Wait, we need to set those up. Go ahead and grab the small white papers that you brought, and we're going to use these for the rest of the lesson. Pause the video now to write greater than, less than, and equal to on your cards. When you're ready, press play, and we'll use these cards to compare.
Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second because if you don't have a card, like I just took an index card and cut it into 3 pieces and wrote mine on mine. If you have sticky notes, you can write it on your sticky notes. If you just have a piece of paper, you can write it on each line and then cut it out that way if you want to do it that way. If you don't, you can even write it out, okay? It just takes a little bit longer. If you still need this to write, keep it paused here and then join us when you're ready, okay?
We have our cards and now we're ready to go. Go ahead and pick up your marker and on your whiteboard, write 13 on one side and 23 on the other, just like this.
Okay, so we're gonna write 13.
Now, I want you
And
to model 13
20.
with your cubes
Oops,
or draw it with your quick tens.
23.
Ms.
So we're
Kaylin's
gonna
going to use
draw
her cubes first. If you
1
don't
10,
have cubes, go ahead and draw
3
quick
ones.
tens to represent 13.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pause just for a second, okay? Okay, friends, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was getting everything written the right way. Okay, so you need 13 written on one part of your board, 23 written on the other part of your board. Now, if you don't have cubes, like I don't have cubes at home, I made mine with quick 10. So I have 1 10 and 3 ones. So let's keep, you're going to hear Miss Kaylin, but you're going to see my board, okay? So let's go ahead and write 23 with quick 10s and 1s if you don't have cubes. So how many 10s do I have? 2 10s. How many 1s do I have? 3 1s. All right.
Great. Let's do the same thing for 23.
We've already done it.
Now you're going to use those awesome comparison cards you wrote. Put the correct card underneath each one. Let me show you an example. I know that 13 is less than 23, so I'll put the less than card underneath. What about 23? Is 23 less than or greater than 13?
It's greater than.
It's greater than. So go ahead and put that card underneath. Let's read this from left to right. We would say that 13 is
less than 23.
13 is less than 23. Yes, it's less than. Let's go ahead and move that card in between 13 and 23. That was so fun. I want to do some more. Go ahead and erase your board. Clear off your cubes. Now, I'm going to give you the number represented in a different way. On one side, show 3 10s, 5 1s.
Okay, so 3 10s, 1, 2, 3, 5 1s.
A quick 10 drawing helps us figure out what is the value of 3 10s and 5 1s. Mathematicians, what number is that?
5.
Oh yeah, 35 is correct. Let's write that at the top of the drawing. Now, I want you to draw 2 10s, 8 1s.
2 10s, 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 10s, 8 1s.
Mathematicians, what number is that?
10s, 8 1s. 28.
Oh yeah! 2 10s, 8 1s is the same as 28. Let's go ahead and label our drawing. Match the correct comparison card that shows how one amount compares to the other.
Well, there's more 10s here than here, so I'm going to put greater than under my 35.
I'm going to match them, and I want you to check your work.
Less than under 28. Yay!
That's right. Let's slide the correct card in the middle.
So 35 is greater than 28.
Read this sentence out loud with me.
Ready?
35
is greater than 28.
Or we can say 3 10s, 5 1s is greater than 2 10s, 8 1s. Oh yeah! Does anyone else notice something interesting about the card we keep using? We always use the card on the left. That's because we read from left to right. Do we even need the comparison card on the right? We don't. For this next one, let's just use one card to compare the two numbers. Erase your board and clear your cubes. For this next one, I want all of us to use quick 10s to draw. Go ahead and write 34 on one side of your board and 29 on the other side of your board. Now, draw your quick 10s to represent each number right below.
3 10s.
Pause the video if you need more time.
We're going to pause. We have 3 10s and 4 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 10s and 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I want to label this one. Is it going to be greater than, less than, or equal to? What do you think?
Now, mathematicians, choose which comparison words should go between 34 and 29.
So I can look at my 10s
left to right.
and see which one has more. So
is
greater than 29, because there's more 10s here. So 34 is
34
greater
greater
than 29.
29. Mathematicians, up to this point, you've been comparing two numbers. Now, we're going to mix it up and add a bunch of numbers in.
Okay, I'm going to pause her for a minute so I can get you back on her screen so you can see her. So give me just a second. All right, here we go.
Let's go and play a game called Clothesline Math. Mathematicians, do you see all those numbers in blue?
Mm-hmm.
They fell off my clothesline.
Oh no.
There's a bunch of dots on the line that shows where they used to be.
Okay.
You are going to help me put the numbers back where they belong in.
Hold on, friends. My dogs are going crazy. I'm sorry, friends. Hopefully my doggies won't bark again. Here we go.
Order. Let's start with 29. Where do you think 29 belongs on my clothesline?
Where's it going to go? Is it going to go on this dot?
Well,
this dot?
29
here,
is greater
here,
than 20.
Or here?
But it's less than 30.
So it's going to be one of these two dots. Which one do you think it's going to be?
I think it belongs on this dot because it's so much closer to 30 than it is 20. Let's try another one. Where does 38 belong?
Look at our tens place. It's more than 30, but it's less than 40.
Well, 38 is greater than 30 but
and less than 40.
Oh, I think it belongs on that dot. What about this dot? Which number do you think goes here?
Well, it would have to be greater than
Point
20
to the number that you
and
think
less
goes on
than
this
30. So which one is greater than 20 and less than 30?
24. Yes. 24 is greater than which 10?
20.
It's greater than 20, but it's less than
30.
It's less than 30. So it definitely belongs right there. What about this dot? Which number goes there?
It would have to be greater than 0, but less than 10. Which one is greater than 0, but less than 10?
7 is the only number left that's less than 10. Great, let's put that right there. That means we only have one number left. The number left is 14. Why does 14 go right there?
Because it's greater than 10 and less than 20.
14 goes right there because it's less than 20, but greater than
10.
It's greater than 10. Let's put that right there. Nice. We did it. We placed all those numbers that fell off the clothesline. Hopefully they stay on this time. We compared. Come with me as we transition to your problem set. Your must-do problems are the entire first page, number 3 and number 4. Notice the entire first page has number 1 and a little bit of number 2. We don't want you doing all of number 2, just the first 2 problems. You worked so incredibly hard today, and I am very proud of you. I can't wait till I get to teach you next time. You have a great day. Bye.
Bye, Miss Kaylin. Okay, so let's look at our problem set. We're doing all of the first page, but yours doesn't look like mine. So let's look at this part first, number 1. Now, number 1 has A, B, C, and D, okay? Now let's look and see what it wants us to do, because if you're not following the directions, I'm gonna count it wrong, okay? The directions say, draw quick tens and ones to show each number. Label the first drawing as less than, greater than, or equal to the second. Write a phrase from the word bank to compare the numbers. Okay, friends, here's your word bank. Okay, now here's what it wants us to do. It wants us to draw out our quick tens and ones. So this one's already been done for you. It shows you 20 has 2 tens and 18 has 1 10 and 8 ones. Then it says label the first drawing as less than with an L, greater than with a G, or equal to with an E, the second. So let's look. Is 2 tens less than, greater than, or equal to 1 10 and 8 ones? It's greater. So we're going to take our text box. We're going to make a G for greater. Then it wants to write the phrase on the line to compare our two numbers. So 20 is greater than 18. Now, friends, you have to label and you have to write it out, okay? Type it. You don't have to write it. You can type it, just like I'm doing. So let's look at B. Now, remember, it says to draw quick tens and ones. So I don't have any quick tens and ones on this one, so now I have to draw it. I'm going to come over here to my shapes, and look, there's a line. Let's draw 2 tens. 1, 2. There's my 2 tens. Now this one says 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. Now, is 2 tens greater than, less than, or equal to 3 tens? It's less, so I'm going to make an L. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type the word less than. Okay, you're going to do the same thing down here with C and D. You're going to draw out my tens and ones, then label which one this number is, and then write it out. Okay, now down here on number 2, you are only doing the first 2. I'm going to highlight it. You're going to do this right here. Okay, you're going to do number 2, this one, and this one, the first 2 you have. Let's look at our directions. Write a phrase from the word bank to compare the numbers. Here's your word bank. Is greater than, is less than, is equal to. 36 is greater than, less than, or equal to 3 10 6 ones. Okay, same thing. 1 10 8 ones is greater than, less than, or equal to 3 10s 1 1. Okay, then we're going to come down here and look at 3 and 4. Put the following in numbers in order from least to greatest. Remember, least means less, greatest means more. Cross off each number after it's been used. So you can type it right here in a text box. Which one's going to come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, okay? I don't mind if you don't cross off after they've been used. Just make sure you have them all, okay? You're going to do the same thing with number 4, except for this one's going to be from greatest to least. So be careful, okay? Don't forget to do your exit ticket. Once you do your exit ticket and you complete all of number 1, the first 2 on number 2, and 3 and 4, and your exit ticket, then you can turn it back into me and we'll be all done for today. Okay, friends? And then I'll see you on lesson 9. Bye.